Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday now. We are still here at the Indiana Black Expo at the Indiana Convention Center here in Indianapolis, live recording the Pain in Your Assets podcast with Stella Bee on air. Continuing on with season 2, episode 6. Now we're going to be talking about the topic of friends, family, and associates. Tyler Perry, speaking as the character Medea, said in one of his stage plays that I put everybody that come in my life in a category of a tree. Some people are like leaves on a tree. Wind blow, they over here. They unstable. Blow the other way, they over here, over there. Some people are like a branch on that tree. You got to be careful with those branches because they'll fool you. And then you have those people that you once dated or came into your life, and you're like, as he says, as Medea, what the hell was I thinking? But if you can find 2 or 3 people who come into your life that are like roots at the bottom of that tree, you are blessed. Because them the kind of people that ain't going nowhere. He is definitely right about that. So when you get you some roots, hold on to them. That is absolutely true. I suppose that's kind of like what, when I mentioned in my previous episode, the Dear Future Wifey podcast with Lateris Whitfield and the guest panelist that was on that panel, Christian Keys, was speaking about peace. And I guess that kind of like is a piggyback on that peace response. And so still talking about the topic of friends, family, and my question would be, do your friends and family support your business? Do they support your business, and do they also support your personal relationships, which are definitely 2 different things? As when I served as a co-host on the Praise Cafe radio show, I can recall that one of the things that I really admired about that particular station was, and its many community partners, was how they shared their resources. And in fact, on their website, their mission is Praise Cafe Radio consists of a close network of entrepreneurs, business owners, and dreamers. We pride ourselves on being a network that helps one another advance. We share resources, we share connections, and we patronize each other's businesses. And that is absolutely true. If the Praise Cafe Radio show has an event, all of the community partners has an event. If the Praise Cafe radio show has an event, all of the community partners also have an event. Every time that we had an event, whether it was at the station, whether it was on location at a different site, he always invited the other community partners to come out and present their products. Whatever your product and service is, you can come to every event and present. And that's how he keeps connected with his community partners. That's how he allows them to constantly share their resources, their products over and over again. And it's rare that you see that, because most organizations that you may tap into, they want you to pay every time that they have an event, and they invite others that they're connected with to come and present as a speaker or as a vendor. They want you to pay every time. And so at Crosby, once you become part of the Praise Cafe radio show, you're like family. And I'm sure they still contribute financially when they want to be on air, when they want to give their on-air interviews, and when they want to have their commercials packaged together. I've been a voiceover on a few of those commercials, so they pay into that. But once you're part of the family, and you can always contribute and give financial donations as well. But once you're in that family, if the Praise Cafe radio show has an event, all the community partners has an event, and he doesn't care if one partners shows up or all 150 of them shows up, however many partners he has on the books at that time. And I remember when I hosted the when he has his annual celebrations. I think the show has been in existence maybe 15, 16 years now. I think I hosted maybe the year 14. I can't recall. And he brought back some of the community partners to come and kind of speak on their experience with the Praise Cafe radio show during that celebration. And some of them I had not met yet, because even though I had met Ed Crosby years ago, probably 10 years prior to being a co-host on the show, because I was in a stage play, and the director who was directing the stage play used the Praise Cafe radio show as his marketing tool. So he, marketed the show marketed the play on the Praise Cafe radio show, and he was connected to DJ Ed Crosby that way. And by me being in the stage play, that's how I got connected with DJ Ed Crosby. And so we connected on Facebook, kind of stayed in contact. And I saw like one of his, he had a meet and greet on one day. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. I think it was, I don't even remember the topic. Was it property tax service? It was something. But I think at that time I was in that transition. Remember when I said that after having my twins, I was at home for 9 months in a previous episode, and then I didn't really have a break again until like 20 years later. Well, I was kind of like in that break period, looking for something creative outside of the 9 to 5. Came across Ed Crosby's meet and greet, even though that topic wasn't per se of interest to me, but I used that as an avenue to reconnect with him. Came into the station, kind of mentioned that I have some free time. If you need help with anything, I'm here. I can volunteer if you need to. I can serve. And he was like, what? Actually, we have an event coming up next week with Farley. With the king of house music, Farley Jackmaster Funk was coming up and said, yeah, absolutely, come out and you can help with that. I came out to the event. He gave me my Praise Cafe Radio T-shirt. Came and helped out, and after doing the event, I kind of got some information from the patrons that were there. Kind of got some video footage of what was going on. It was on a Saturday. The very next day, on that Sunday, he was like, what? During the show, and it was just totally unexpected. I did not expect this at all. He was like, you were at the event yesterday. You did, fairly well. Why don't you come on air and kind of give your recap on what happened at the show yesterday? And I was, okay. That was my first time ever being on air as a radio host. Okay, I can do this. I got this. I have some acting experience. I'm going to tap into that, those skills. And so after getting on air, gave my recap of the show, and basically that's how things started. I really enjoyed that experience. And apparently he did as well, because he invited me back again. Kind of gave me a script from that point, and because I enjoyed it. After a while, because I had started coming every Sunday then and going to other events and helping out and assisting, so I was becoming a regular on the show. I was like, what? I think I might want to get some formal training in this. And so I enrolled in Illinois Media School, and after, that process,